all adopted it, I want to say about a year and a half ago, as a company, like you said, Adam. And, while we really developed Homebot with lenders in mind, first and foremost, it goes hand in hand with the real estate agents and with you guys having that relationship together and really fostering that relationship with your clients, your homeowners and your buyers. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to walk you through what Homebot looks like, but there really has never been a more critical time than now to be delivering this value add, this relevant information to your clients. We're in an inventory crisis right now. A lot of people are out there trying to purchase a home and they're needing help or they're needing advice as to how to really build that wealth through home ownership. And that's what we're all about. We make it super simple. I love that Adam touched on the set it and forget it aspect of Homebot. We really used to pride ourselves on being a set it and forget it service, but I promise you, even in the busy times, if you have time to go into your Homebot account and actually see what's going on and be proactive with the data that we provide back to you, there's gold in those hills, right? So we'll talk through that. Adam, if a thought comes up, feel free to interrupt me at any point in time, but I'm just going to give you all a quick overview of who we are as a company. What does the product look like that your consumers are going to experience every single month? How do you manage your system effectively? And then how do you get set up? So if anybody else has any questions as well, Megan is monitoring. So type them in the chat feature. We'll get them answered as we're going throughout. But our whole goal with Homebot is to really help you empower your clients to understand how powerful their home equity is to them. So many people dream about becoming a homeowner, and it really doesn't matter if it's their first purchase or their fifth, right? Maybe they've got investment properties and they're seasoned at this by now. A lot of people still don't understand the power and the opportunity that they have within their home equity position, especially when it comes to retirement. We all think about our 401k and our savings, and that's great. We have financial advisors that help us. We have online platforms to go track that growth and wealth, but there really isn't anybody that's consistently telling us about our home equity position. And because of that missed information, that lack of knowledge, we're not making decisions when we should be regarding our home finances, whether it's the opportunity to refinance, whether we want to use our equity, buy and sell again. All of these are very easy conversations that your clients should be having with you, but they're not. A couple of reasons that come to mind for me is just that finance is scary. People really don't want to talk about things they don't understand, right? So they're going to shy away from talking about it. But at the same point in time, it's really not their fault. We don't know what we don't know. And so that's where Homebot comes into play. We're going to be guiding that conversation for your clients to come back to you. So every single month through Homebot, your clients are going to get this report. It's essentially a financial report card for their house, right? It's going to tell them the number one thing all of your clients want to know: how much is my house worth? But what they really need to know is how much equity do we have? And how do you use that equity to, again, build wealth through home ownership? So for you, what this becomes is your retention system. Homebot is a client for life portal. You're giving them this information on a regular basis. It is so easy to understand that it really gets them thinking transactionally and coming back to you to have those conversations. And Adam, you had mentioned, talking about the fluff emails and sending things to your clients that we all know we're going to get. In fact, I joke around with my brother-in-law, who's actually my loan officer. I got an email a couple weeks ago around Easter time about a cupcake recipe. And he would never send me a cupcake recipe, right? But, it's just one of those touch points, and you should be getting in touch with your clients. I think the statistic is like at least 30 times a year, right? Just to stay relevant. Well, Homebot's going to do that minimum 12 times for you, most likely more, with this relevant content that actually gets them to engage with you. So empowering them so they become engaged consumers. This is what the report looks like. I'm going to open it up here in a quick second. We're going to talk through the data. But we have 5.5 million people nationwide that receive Homebot from their loan officer, from their real estate agent, a combination of the two of you. So you guys partnering with Adam. And there are, every single month, we generate a 50% monthly engagement rate. So it is just a wild number of people that look at this material on a regular basis, and they start to think about those opportunities, and they're going to come back to you and start having that conversation. So I'm going to pause just for a quick second. Any questions that came up or anything that you want to add, Adam, before we go into the product itself?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, perfect. So how does Homebot work, right? What does it look like for your clients? The first thing that we're going to help you do, we have an amazing customer success and data team. We're going to help you get those clients loaded into your Homebot account. They're going to receive this email that lets them know your home report has been updated. It has their personal property address. This would be your branding as the real estate agent right down here. They're all going to click on that button, see your value, because of course they want to know what their house is worth. And it's immediately going to open up Homebot. So again, you as the real estate agent, you're front and center. They know they're going to come to you to ask those questions. The first thing that they're going to see though is their value. So we feel extremely confident in our home values. We get them through our partnership with Black Knight. But what we understand is even though we're pretty confident in these values, people have an opinion about what they think their house is worth. And given the state of the market and what we're seeing right now, these AVMs are so critical because people are, paying over list price. So you may have some homeowners that are hearing about this and they might be thinking about this as an opportunity to sell. Your clients have control here to tune that value on their own. If they don't agree with that number, they can really be in control to say, you know what, I think my house is worth a little bit more. They're going to go through a quick series of questions that really helps you understand why they don't agree with that value. And so as your clients answer these questions, maybe they've done some remodeling, you're immediately going to have a text and an email that's going to tell you this client wants a CMA. So you get to do your job, call them, find out what their goals are, maybe go over and see the improvements that they've actually made. And that conversation could generate a listing opportunity for you. So staying in front of those clients, keeping them off of the other websites where they can go compare those values, and again, maintaining that relationship. This is a technology system, but at the end of the day, Homebot is about really building your relationship and strengthening your relationship with your clients. So being able to have that value conversation is critical. Once we have that value determined, that's when we're going to be able to accurately calculate their net worth or their equity position. So for all of your clients, all we need is a name, an email, and a physical home address. We can get anybody into Homebot. And then if your clients need to update their loan detail in any capacity right here, if they're seeing this information and thinking, I think my interest rate looks slightly off, super easy for your clients to come over here and just change that number. Maybe it was a 3.75. Maybe they're already ahead on making their additional principal payments. It's going to update their equity position right here. And now we know that we're looking at an accurate home equity position as well. So value and equity is the stickiness of our system. Now, something that we've recently added, because markets are so wild these days, is what's going on in your area. Is it in high demand? Is it staying steady? Is it cooling off? Either way, your clients are going to be able to understand what's going on in their zip code for all homes or homes that are priced around theirs as well. And we just added this option of, are you thinking of selling? And the reason why we added this is, a lot of people were refinancing last year, right? When rates were really low. What started to happen when they started to rise is that Homebot started to return 2 times more the volume of clients asking the question, I'm thinking of selling my house, than I want to know about refinancing. So if they're talking about their home value, they're probably thinking about selling. We're going to give them some good indicators on this opportunity. So this is all the more reasons for your clients to ask you questions, reach out to you directly. That email comes directly into your inbox. We don't house and store any communication in Homebot. So just know you're going to be working at your computer and you're going to get these notifications either on your phone or into your email from Homebot all the time of clients asking you really important questions. So you're always in the know. So value and equity, that's the stickiness. That's what gets people opening up their report every single month. As they start to scroll through, this is where we really start to educate and empower them on all of these other opportunities. And this is where Adam's going to start to be tied into your report as your preferred lender. So what's important right now, these will shift either as the market does or given somebody's equity position. So if they could still be saving money by refinancing, thinking about buying and selling, which we just covered, maybe this person doesn't have enough equity to purchase a new home. So we might shift this out with a referral button, right? But this will just shift for each client individually. You will notice as well that you can embed individual videos into Homebot. So Adam, if he had some videos right here as your loan officer, he would show up so your clients can hear from him and see him directly. If you wanted to put in a video about purchasing, your clients could hear from you and see from you directly as well. So scrolling down, when it comes to refinancing, there are still a lot of homeowners out there who did not take advantage of this last year with lower rates, and rates actually just went back down last week. So you're going to be teaching your clients, hey, if you're not moving, that's okay, but you still could be saving money. This is where your money has gone so far towards your mortgage. Interest versus principal, that interest adds up. What are your choices? So just based on national interest rate trends, the length of time that your clients believe they're going to be living in that home for, they can dig into any of these scenarios. And this is where you're going to be recommending Adam as your preferred lender for your clients to get in touch with him. So we don't overwhelm clients. We give them just enough information to leave them wanting more. They can give Adam a phone call. They can ask him a question through Homebot as well. Now, the important thing to know is that if your clients are asking him these questions about refinancing, you're also going to be copied on that because it's your client first and foremost. So you're going to be in the know. You can reach out to Adam and say, hey, this is my client so-and-so. Here's a little bit of detail on them. And now when he goes to reach out to your clients, he's completely filled in on who they are. Showing tips like paying into principal. This is a fun one to play around with. How do people save money and time? Purchase, 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 right? This is huge. We're supposed to see more home sales this year than we've seen since 2006. And you guys know this all too much more, more well than I do. But Homebot is a fantastic way to build your purchase pipeline, getting these existing homeowners to think about maybe trading up in home value if they're ready, or buying an investment property, maybe a little bit of both. So I'm going to come back here in just a second. This is going to segue us into the buying side of Homebot, but a great way to start having these purchase conversations with existing homeowners. If somebody wanted to use their equity, how do they make smart decisions here? Again, another tie-in to Adam to be that financial go-to expert. What we do with Homebot is use a lot of colors to be cognitive. Green is a good thing. Red, not so much. We all want to go on a vacation, but we're not going to use our home equity to do it. So instead, maybe your clients could talk about exploring new investment opportunities, maybe getting rid of some of their loans. The last option is the ability to rent out your property on a service like Airbnb. Maybe you have investors that have a second property or people that rent their own home from time to time. Making this extra cash is awesome, but encourage them to put that back into their mortgage, get rid of that payment, save themselves a lot of money and a lot of time. So when they go to retire, they have that much more for themselves. So that's the homeowner side of our system, also geared towards your sellers. Any questions that came up out of that side of the system before we go into the buying side? All good? Okay, I'll keep cruising. If anybody has a question, feel free to interrupt. Totally happy to answer questions. Referrals are huge, right? We love to work off of referrals. So your clients are going to tell you that they love the system. Just know you can always encourage your clients to send this out to their network as well. Invitations to their friends and family. Those new clients are going to get filtered directly back into your Homebot account. Okay, so let's talk about purchasing. Now, what's interesting is that with Homebot, we're teaching people about all of their opportunities, right? And this actually happened to me last year. When rates dropped, I was really focused on refinancing. But then as I started to play around with this information and think, I'm not going to live in my house for that much longer, is it really worth it? I started having this conversation about purchasing. So knowing that we could use our equity as a down payment to purchase a new property, your homeowners are going to be able to start their search. And this takes them into Homebot for buyers. So for your true buyers, those homeowners that are getting ready to purchase again, or people that are renting and this is their first time, you can get them into this side of the system with just a name and an email. So think about all of those prospects that you've met, right? How do you stay connected to them? You get them into Homebot for buyers. This is a separate monthly email. It looks very similar to the home value email, but it's rather going to tell people about markets in their area. So markets around Charlotte are changing. Now, the very first time your buyers get this email from you, they're going to answer some qualifying questions that gives you the behavioral data. So you know where your clients are house hunting, when they actually want to move, and what type of purchase this is for them. As they open that report back up, now it's going to start with their price point. So Adam is going to be there to direct your clients to have that pre-qualification conversation, get them pre-approved, find out what their true purchase price is. Your buyers can come in and change that. But again, they can be introduced to Adam right here, hear from him, talk about that process. What does it take to get pre-approved? And then once we have that true purchase price, now your buyers are searching in realistic terms. They can see how their favorite markets compare to one another. This is all by zip code. Are they looking to live in the biggest house? Do they want a more affordable purchase price? Maybe they need to move in a specific time frame. So if they want to dig into any of those individual zip codes, they can, but they can also come over here to this map. I love this map feature because I feel like all too often buyers get very comfortable, right? We think we know where we want to be because that's what we're used to, but really as our priorities shift in life, so do our needs for a home or an area to live. So maybe somebody who's really focused on living in the trendiest, coolest neighborhood, they want something popular. These are temperatures of that market. So this is a very competitive market for that price point right now. If somebody wanted to focus on maxing out their square footage, maybe they have a growing family, if they need a cheaper buy, if they need to move in a quicker time frame. So ultimately, let's say somebody just wants to live in the biggest house possible. They may want to come up into this particular area. We're going to get more granular with that detail in this zip code. If you have your own listing IDX feed, Homebot can also take your clients out of our system into your IDX feed so they can see those properties that are available. It would not be realtor.com, I understand, but this is my example just to show you. So I know that you would have your own listings link, but your clients would be able to leave our website and actually go see those properties that are available and connect you into your listing search. So great way to stay connected to those buyers, know what they're actually looking to do. And then outside of that map, which is super fun to play around with, just giving people a time frame. Are you renting? When do you need to get out of your lease? So if I change this out to something a little bit more realistic, right? Maybe they need to move by the end of July. Hopefully they're in that search process with you. If they want to move quickly, when could they potentially own? How do interest rates affect affordability? This is my favorite visual in Homebot. As we saw those rates dropping last year, our purchasing power was going up. And then they started to go back up again, which means our power was going down. But the truth of the matter is, it really doesn't matter, up or down market. People always need a home to live in. We can always refinance with Adam later, right? So this is a call to action no matter what, because it's getting people to think proactively, hey, rates just dropped. Let's lock this in and put that property under contract. And then as the buyer is potentially maybe an investor or thinking about renting out this future property, they can plug and play any address right here that they'd like, and they could see what that rental revenue might provide to them. So that is Homebot for buyers. I did see one question come in. Can you use this to farm areas with mailing lists? Yes, great question. I will address that in just a second. Before we go into the management side of Homebot, if anybody is using BombBomb, I just want to show this integration quickly. It's one way to get video into Homebot. There are several ways, as you've kind of seen throughout my presentation. If you're using BombBomb as a video resource, you can come in and record individual videos. So maybe you see that this client is looking at their report a lot. You want to come in and just record a quick message. You can send that off to their email right away. Now going into the account management side of Homebot, this is where we're going to talk about using your share opportunities to farm, how to get your clients in, and how to really use this behavioral data in your favor. So let's first talk about adding clients. It takes 5 minutes to get your Homebot account set up. Adam can send you an invitation directly and you can start right away. Once you get your clients into Homebot in either two ways, manually add them. So name, email, home address, again, that's all we need. We are dual language, available in English and Spanish. If you have your clients in either an Excel or a CSV file, just drag and drop them in. You don't need to waste your time doing it one by one. Once we get those clients loaded for you, this is going to be your biggest resource, your activity. Here we're going to show you your open rates and your engagement rates so that you know Homebot's working. We're doing our job for you. We're a very reactive system, as Adam mentioned in the beginning, relying on something that was set it and forget it. How powerful in a time like right now when we're extremely busy. But if you have 5 minutes, even just 5 minutes a week, come in here and look through your activity feed, because while people will email you and call you about Homebot, this is your way to reach out to them as well. So what I love the most about Homebot is that, yes, it's your clients constantly getting this from you and you being top of mind in their world, but now they're top of mind in your world, because you might see that Sarah was in here 21 hours ago. What was she doing yesterday? Maybe I should reach out. Jason, Charles, Jason again, right? Maybe I need to reach out to these people and see what they're doing, whether they're looking at refinancing information and I can send that over to Adam, or they're looking at a new property, maybe they're tuning their home value. This is just a really easy, natural way for me to be able to pick up the phone and say, how can I help? You can also take your list of homeowners and buyers and you can sort them. So you might want to reach out to people that have built up a heck of a lot of home equity over the years and talk about what their opportunities are to use that equity. Maybe for your buyers, you want to see when people are planning to move. So we ask them that question, right? When do you want to move? So that you have a pulse on them to know, hey, I should be reaching out to somebody, especially with a 2021 date, right? And then when it comes to sharing Homebot, you have a couple of options here. So we do provide you each with your own landing pages, one for homeowners and one for buyers. You can get as creative with these links as you'd like. So let me just put this into a browser so you guys can see what it looks like. But what we've seen a lot of real estate agents do is this is their sign-in sheet at an open house. They have this on a tablet. People walk in the door and, oh, great, you're here. Maybe you live next door. You're the neighbor that just wanted to pop over. Well, you know, hey, your neighbors are selling their house. Do you want to see what your house is worth? Let's talk about it. So they could come in here, they can enter their property address, and now they're immediately in your Homebot account and you're starting to have these conversations, or they're thinking about buying, right? You could also use these links on a postcard, on a door knocker. You could have the links go to a QR code, which we've seen some people do lately. We're all familiar with QR codes now with COVID, and at restaurants, you know, just putting our phone over it. Well, it could take people directly here. They can put in their information and now they're going right into your Homebot account if you're doing those mailers. You can also post these links on social media. We have some pre-populated posts for you. You can put a widget directly onto your website as well. So incorporate this, what's your home worth? You can also make it go towards your buyers as well, maybe shift it out from month to month and see how people filter into your Homebot account from there. And then the last item is just a couple of customizations in Homebot, making this even more personalized than ever. So again, one great way to do that is through BombBomb with video. If you don't have BombBomb, no problem at all. It's as easy as taking a video on your phone, uploading it to YouTube, taking that URL and putting it into Homebot, and you can send out a video email. Maybe some major shift happened in the market and you want to send a message out to all of your homeowners or all of your buyers. Or like you saw throughout my system, I have these embedded videos. So if nothing else, I would highly encourage you to come in here and to record an introduction video. The first time your homeowners and buyers get this from you, they're hearing from you directly. Why should they be paying attention? Why do they care? How are you going to be able to help them? And then don't forget, if Adam is creating videos as well, he's going to show up for all of those financing videos for your clients. So they're actually seeing him and they're knowing who you trust and work with as well. So that's about all I have on the product before we answer any questions, go into pricing. I do want to just show you guys quickly, and Megan will be happy that I'm showing you guys this on our customer success side, but we have an amazing customer success team. Anything you ever need to know or you have questions, please let us know. We are here to help you. On our website, under resources, we have a whole training center built out for you already. So come right in here for training resources for real estate agents. I hope that you learned a lot through my presentation today, but again, if you need anything else or more in-depth training, we already have plenty of articles and videos here for you. And then do know in your account as well, you can always chat with us and you can call us. So this little chat feature is available for you. This is our team. And then if you want to give us a ring under your account, we have our phone number here and also our help center. So don't ever hesitate to reach out and let us know what we can be doing to make you all successful with this platform. I'll review pricing quickly, but any questions from anybody, or Adam, anything else to mention or add?
No, I think that was great.
Okay.
I think that kind of touched on most everything that I had in mind.
Awesome, perfect. So there are two ways that you could get started today with Adam's invitation. He can send you an invite directly from his Homebot account, and you can choose to sign up and try Homebot for free up to 25 clients. No commitment, load your best 25, see what happens. If you love it, or if you're just ready to go for the gold right away and get your whole database into Homebot, it's simply $25 a month to use it up to 500 contacts. So $25 a month for you, you get to load 500 people in the system. They're going to start to receive it from you and you'll see that value. If you have a bigger database than 500 people, it's an additional $10 a month for an extra block of 500. So for example, if you wanted up to 1,000 contacts in your Homebot system, you'd be paying $35 a month. Something else that's important to know too, Adam can't see your clients in his account. So don't worry that, we know you work really hard for your database and it's protected and it's secure. So he can't go in and start calling all of your clients. It's only if your clients are proactive and they reach out to him that he can then answer their financial questions. So I always just like to put that out there. He doesn't have visibility into your system, but he is going to be that person that helps your clients get those questions answered. If you do decide that you're going to bypass that free trial of Homebot and you're just going to go for the gusto right away and get started, you can use this promotion code, get Homebot. I'm putting it in the chat feature, get Homebot-REA. That's going to waive your one-time setup fee of $50. So if you try the free version, that setup fee is already waived. But if you say, nope, I'm going for it, I'm going to pay the $25, it will ask you for a setup fee. Go ahead and put that code in the promotion code area, get Homebot-REA, and we'll take care of your one-time setup fee. We're month to month, so just know that you can also cancel at any point in time as well. If you don't like it, you're not seeing the value, do let us know first. We have plenty of ways to make you successful, but if it's just not what you thought it was going to be at the end of the day, you can always cancel your system if you need to. And that's all that I have. Anything else from anybody? Happy to answer questions. Adam, anything else from you?
I can't think of anything. For anybody that's on the call, did you guys have any questions that any of this not make sense so far?
No, she knocked it out the park.
Thanks, Malik. I appreciate that. We aim to please, and we definitely want you to be successful. We are not successful unless our lenders and agents are. Price again, yes, thank you for asking. It's either free up to 25 clients. You can get invited by Adam and try the free version first, up to 25 clients, see what happens. We think you'll see the value to upgrade quickly. When you decide to upgrade for a paid plan, it is $25 a month. You get to load 500 contacts in your Homebot account, both homeowners and buyers. Anything after that is an additional $10 a month for an extra block of 500. Okay, perfect. Well, we will send this recording to you, Adam, after we get it in our emails. And then if anybody else needs anything, you can always email us, sales@homebot.ai. We're happy to help answer questions and let us know what we can do to make you all successful.
Perfect. I appreciate it, Nina.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Thank you all.